What's going on, everybody? What's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams, and I am here. Can you guys hear me? Should sound loud and clear. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Put something in the chat room. Let me know that you can hear Lawrence D. Adams. I am live today. Let's get it going. Crack a lacking today. What's going on to the thinking class? What's going on, everybody? How are you? Mm. You can hear me? Good, good, good. What's going on? Uh-oh, what's going on? Missed you yesterday. So yeah, thank you. What's going on? You can hear me loud. It sounded looking all right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those who didn't know, like yesterday, I talked about this. I want to talk about it again at the beginning of the show. I'm gonna talk about it again. You definitely, if you've been coming to the show and you've been participating, you gave in the super chats, you've been commenting. I want to put this in your hand. It's my token of appreciation, and I want to send a letter to you. So I definitely want to get this into your hands. Send something to you to let you know I appreciate everyone who to comes here and listen to what I have to share. So definitely, this is a token. This is like a pendant you can pin on. You can put onto your hat. You can pin onto your shirt. Let me see. I can show you guys. Let me see if I can get this one on. Oh, this one didn't want to come on. So it's a pendant right there. You put right there. Put it on this side. And what happens is, and you're part of the thinking class. So I want you to be a part of it. Let me straighten it up because you know LDA got to be fresh. So definitely, you want to get that pendant. Shows that you're a part of the thinking class. You're part of the Lawrence D. Adams experience here. But it also shows my appreciation to everyone who comes in, who are faithful listening to what I have to share and what goes on here. So I want to definitely put that into your hands. So let me get. I only got a few left. So the best way to reach me, you can reach me at theldalifestyle.com. You can reach me on Instagram, but I will need your mailing address so I can mail it out to you. But I want to send this out and just send this token of my appreciation to you. I want to put this in your hand and let you know that that I appreciate you. So I want you to. So you know you've been here listening to LDA and then LDA After Dark. You definitely what's going on? What's going on, everyone? What's going on? So I want to put this in here. You've been listening. You've been commenting. What's going on, Monique? What's going on, Tish? What's going on, Sigma? What's going on, Dre? What's going on? Where are other people? Everybody, yep. Jonathan, what's going on? I want to put this in your hand. I want to put this in your hand. I only got a few left, and I want to put this in your hands. This is showing my appreciation to people coming and listening and actually participating in the chat room. So let me get the qualifications first. Let me get the qualifications so there ain't nobody saying, "Oh, you know." You have been first coming to the lives, listening to me, and I know who's listening and I know who's not. Not only listening, but participating in the chat. That means whether you agree or disagree with what I'm saying, you actually are, commenting in the chat room. The next thing is most of all, you have given on some way. You have either bought a book, audiobook, you have bought super chat, you have did something. What's going on, cuz? What's going on? You have did something. You have did something into to show that you have participated. You have given on the super chat, or you have given in a Cash App, or you have given it on PayPal. I know all that information because I have a strict data, but I want to put this in your hand. There's only a few. This is for the thinking class. People who come here all the time know what the thinking class is, and you know you're a part of it. If you are a moderator, I want to put this in your hand. If you're a moderator, only got a few, and I can't give it to everyone, but I want to put this in your hand. You can put it on your shirt, like I got it over here. Put it on your hat. You can put it on. You can't put it in your ear, but this is showing. And once you get it in your hand, and what else I'm going to give you, I want you to take a picture, and we're going to post it on. I want to post it on my social media. I want you to tag me and just show people that hey, we're making an impact. We're about making changing lives and getting results, not just presenting the problem, but changing lives. But I want to put this in your hand right here. I only got a few. Might look like a lot, but it's actually a not. So you want to get this in your hands. You want to get this in your hands. How do you get this in your hands? You got to reach out to me at Lawrence D. Adams at Instagram. You can get me. I'm opening up all channels. You can inbox me on Facebook. You can inbox me on Instagram, and you can find me at the LDA Lifestyle. And I want to place in your hand. I'm going to send something else with it just to show my appreciation to you, just to let you know, hey. And once you get it, don't be just get it and oh, I got it and that's it. No, I want you to take a picture with it on, showing your face, and hey, I got the pennant. Okay. So let's get going to what we're talking about today. Is everybody got what I'm saying? Let me know in the chat when you got where I'm getting what I'm you get what I'm putting down. You got what I'm putting down. Let me know in the chat when you got what I'm putting down. You want to definitely get this because what other content creator we see content? What happened is we're so much of taking instead of just giving, and I want to give this to you. I'm going to pay for the postage. I'm going to send you a letter from me. I want to get that and put in your hand. A letter from me. Yes, LDA. So that's where if you're a moderator, you get to get this. If you've been listening for more than a month, I'm going to put this in your hand. If you gave on any kind of, if you gave $1.50, whatever, super chat, cash app, whatever the case may be, I want to put this in your hand. What's going on, family? So I want to definitely put this in your hand right here. You want to, and once you get it, all I'm asking for you to do is take a picture, a nice picture. Don't be taking no LDA after dark pictures. Don't take no LDA after dark pictures with it now. A nice picture that I can put so we can put it on social media. So I want to get this pennant into your hand right now. What's going on, Trav? What's going on? What's going on, bro? Yes. I'll put it on my social media and we'll DM you the post when I thank you so much. So don't taking no LDA after dark pictures with it. We ain't gonna have that. That might go to might go to that may go to 1 second. Let me do this right quick. Stop cam. We don't want that to happen. We don't want LD after dark and you got the pendant, pin places we don't need to see. Hey, John, my fault, man. Here you go. We don't want it to post it somewhere we don't want it. What's going on? What's going on, Don? What's going on? Trav in the house. What's going on? So let's get to what we're talking about. Hey, John, there's this link right there. So I just want you guys to get that right there. Get this pennant, be a part of the movement, the thinking class. What? This represents the thinking class. You say, well, this little thing, the thinking class. So you can inbox me. I'm giving you permission now because I'm going to change everything in a couple weeks. So you won't be able to inbox me on social media, certain social medias, but you can inbox me on Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams, and on Facebook, Lawrence D. Adams. And if you need to reach me again, you can reach me on the LDA Lifestyle, and I will get that out to you in a letter from me, a personal letter from me to you. So you can show your letter and you can get your pendant just saying my appreciation to the people who come here and actually participate in the chat room, who listen, who learn, and who move forward. So let's get into what we talked about today. Trav, what's going on? So let's get going. I want to definitely thank everybody for coming in. So today we're talking about No More Mama's Little Boy Part 2. Part 2. If you wasn't here for yesterday and how I went in, I'm going to recap just a little bit. And I talk about how important it is, how the power struggle inside of relationships, and how the power struggle even with the son with his mother. And we talked the importance of what's going on. What's going on, Joe? Hey, this brother right here, his is coming out. I'm getting them writing a letter. It's gonna be a personal letter to you. Monica, what's going on? So No More Mama's Little Boy Part 2. I sent the link right there, John. I don't know if you see it in the chat room, but I want you to get this right here. The importance of this. So I want you to get this. I want you to get this. So yesterday we talking about, particularly I had focused on there you go. Here we go. Switch it. So can you hear me?
Good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, good. I'm making sure I can hear you over here with my new speakers. Thank you. Mm. So your traffic you already hitting it right there. I told my mother to back off the times. He already came in with the punches. Travis, you want to come up? You're more than welcome. So so let me say this. So yesterday we covered a lot yesterday, far as with men, the importance of we went back to, I was talking particularly to black men, but this is not predicated to just black men, but it happens in many cultures where the woman is the dominant figure in the family and not the man. And what happens is the little boy now looks to the mother as his source instead of his father. And so what we have to do is change the dynamics that are there. So in slavery, let me get a little lesson. What they did was they put the woman over the family or over the unit so that the man would not be in a position of power. And so what happened is some women, not all, because we're talking on social media, do not want to give up that power, that masculine power, and step into their feminine power. And so what happens is, look how you look at me, like, oh my God. But your face is like, oh my God. They don't want to give up that masculine power. And so what happens when it comes to their sons, they end up treating their sons in the masculine way and not in a feminine way. Because there's also an absence of the father in the son's life too. So there's a lot of dynamics to go here. We talked about yesterday, and we talking about how sometimes in relationships, you don't want, your mother cannot have a relationship, successful relationship with what? With her son. Intimately or anything like that, it will become incest. So many times in relationships, you got to watch it, men, that you're not in a place as a son with her, because the relationship will be out of place. So we covered that yesterday. And I think you went on to cover some more about control, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just to expand on what you just said, it's actually not natural for a person to be intimate with their next of kin, right? So why are you making that happen by making a person do more than they're supposed to do than just be your partner? They should not be your babysitter. They should not be your, caregiver to the point unless you make that agreement. You know what I'm saying? Like, say the person has a special need or something like that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about something that you functionally can do, but you don't mind siphoning off of the next person, the next human. And because that you think you're getting these things from this person, you think you're in control. You're actually not in control. They're in control of you. They're actually dictating what things you need for some specific basic human needs, and not actually making a choice amongst the two of you, a conscious choice to do something together.
And that's the problem. And let me say this to the women for what you just said. A woman, you would never be completely satisfied having a man in that position, because when he's in that position of like being your son or your underling, what happens is your dissatisfaction of completely what? Yeah, this is going. Yeah, this includes the. Yeah, this is going to get to that. So you're never going to be completely satisfied with what? His masculinity, because you're always going to be in the mother mode.
It's true.
Cheat yourself out of experiencing a real man.
See,
Well,
and that's, and
God,
that's
God complex in some degrees, yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's once again the word complex. We actually are gonna actually touch on that a couple of ways, because you got a complex mean it's almost like admitting or at least seeing the problem firsthand but not dealing with it. Okay, when you have a complex, it means that it's not normal, and you're seeing the result of it not being normal. The people around you don't take it as normality, but they're not necessarily trying to change you because it don't affect them directly. Or the people who it does affect, they're getting an inadverse benefit from it. But you know that complex is a problem when you see the toxicity of the results. And if you don't see progress in the relationship, if you don't see the ability to move forward in regards to goals being met and the ability to have actually, good numbers when it comes to the direction the relationship might be going to, you are not in good, these are not good results. Okay. So the complex is now become making things complex. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Instead of making it simple. Let me say another point that I said yesterday that's going to stir up some of the people. And I have to say this. And so don't come over here, brothers, and get mad what I'm about to say. All my travel buddies, because I believe in traveling out the country. I believe men should get a passport and get the heck out of here. But let me say something. I'm gonna do like the old bishops used to do. I have an observation. I have some observation right now. The observation that I have is this: when you go to another country, many times, the one some of the men to go to, that you are reaping the rewards of a culture that's built on the man being the foundation. You're reaping the rewards, you're reaping the fruit of the men being in place and the women not being less than, but understanding their femininity. So you go over there and reap the rewards of what men are not going to tolerate and not going to go for from themselves and from the women. So it's more, I didn't say it right, it's not patriotic, it's not a matriarch, but a patriarch. And what happens is you're reaping the rewards of a patriarch in that other culture. So you'll leave this culture that we can say can be a gynocracy or a matriarch, and really think you're escaping, but you're not escaping, because you know what the thing of it is, you don't want to deal with it here.
it's true. When you see people, sometimes people move a lot, and it's because they're trying to escape the reality that is built up in their small community, and this community members are starting to give you back feedback that what you're doing is wrong. So what they do, they'll move, pick up their whole situation, and take what they feel is valuable to the next situation until that community builds it up, or they'll join a larger community where they can get lost and don't have to be judged. But nobody's trying to say that your judgment is inevitable. It's not really judgment. What you need to do is approach the problem yourself and fix the problem, because you running from it, the world is round. What you run away from, you're going to run right back to it. Okay? The world is round. It's not flat. You're not going to run off the edge. You're not going to run away from it get away from it so far you'll never see it again. As far as the energy takes you to run away from it, it will come right back to you, because it's going to show you. It's going to veer its ugly head to make sure you address it. So you might as well deal with it earlier than waiting until later when you're dealing with some other issue, because things happen in seasons. And if you think that it's the time to deal with this, it is the season. And if you miss that season, you're supposed to be doing something else. In another season, you'll be dealing with this, and that's the wrong time to do it.
Right. So the important, right, what Jono just so said is this: we need to make sure you get this down in your mind, your psyche, in your spirit, connected, and that is in there. Is that men, you need to be in your place. You cannot be mama's little boy anymore to your mother or to a woman. And if she begins to put you in that position, it's gonna be tough. And like they used to say, it's right, but it's tight. You need to exit stage left. And so what happens is, until you understand your position, she can never understand hers. Yeah. Fully.
Because instinctually, she's going to want to take on the role of care. And that care is going to end up spilling over to the wrong areas of your life. And like I said, you'll just accept it. You'll just accept it because you think, oh, well, she'll do it. Why do I got to do it? We talked about it yesterday with the bills. We talked about it yesterday with the living situation. We talked about it yesterday with even some of the financial responsibilities that are outside the home, like your credit cards, your car payment. getting you to get to, taking and using that person as a ride to work. See, I'm bringing up some very specific things that I know happen. That's abusive. That's not just sharing. Okay, you're making a person overextend themselves to accommodate what you have, but you're supposed to be a whole person. Okay, get out of your head the lie that, oh, he completes me or I complete him. That is not true. What you're supposed to be saying is, I add to my partner. She adds to me, makes me a better person. Together, we're not adding to each other. We are multiplied, not just a little extra piece. Okay, you're supposed to be making twice or three times the effort because of your joint effort. You should be covering more ground because you're both thinking like two competent individuals. Now, if you're walking around here, and this is for the ladies and the men, if you're walking around thinking here that you need somebody to fill a void, I'm not talking about physical. If you fill the void, what happens is you aren't the person you're supposed to be before you even get into a relationship. My heart is empty. My heart is missing something. Guess what? Then it's your job to mend it, not somebody else's. It's your job to become an adult. It ain't supposed to be some woman bringing you to adulthood with all her responsibilities that she thinks you need to be taken care of. If she has to tell you to take out the garbage, guess what? You're a kid.
And vice versa.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of women who think who want the dog to be a little puppy. You cannot have that. You said a key word, adult. And so this goes into what we're going to talk about today. No more mama's little boy. No more mama's little boy, part 2. And this goes into the part right here. She doesn't need, how can I say this? Oh, I got to breathe on this one. Just in case you missed it.
I got to zoom in on my screen here.
Huh?
I got to zoom in on my screen.
All right. So I want to get this part right here. No more mama's little boy. She doesn't need you to be a. So I put a picture of a little doll as the thumbnail. A little doll with his tongue out. Why would I choose that? Because a lot of times women begin to get a man and begin to treat him like she treat her dolls. She'll play one for a minute. They'll play house. And then guess what she does? Put them to the side and go play with something else.
Yeah. How about this? She actually had the picture of you being a child, and then one day you showed them the adult.
I got to do this sound.
Imagine that. Imagine that. She saw the adult in you and didn't like that person. She figured out she can't control that. So you know what? You're out the door. So if you found a person that would do that to you, you weren't looking for a woman that was going to be your partner. You were looking to play games, and now you changed your role in the game. Y'all were role playing. And somebody woke up out the matrix.
Y'all ain't ready for this one. She does. Wow, that light went on. I discharged it. It's good. So let me do this. So what's important is this. You cannot be her little doll. You're called to be a man. You are not her mama's little boy. Let me say something because something just jumped in me too. Let me say this. Let me say this. Because I you know how you feel something just hit you right there?
Absolutely.
No more mama's little boy also applies to this, and she doesn't need you to be a little doll to her. But the other thing is this: she can be effectively your wife if you still connected to your mother.
Oh, oh,
If you are still connected to your mother, and well, you say, "Mommy, I got you, mommy," and she's not in the proper position in your life.
wait. How about this? What if your mom never raised a man? Your mom raised a person that she could keep telling what to do, including who to see and what woman she wants in your life. And then when you actually go find one, she ain't never gonna like the girl. Yo.
No,
You
God.
see how life perpetuates in the wrong direction? And I'm not just saying that your mother or your father or yes, people have their own experience. They're all individual, but you got to recognize when something's been built for someone else's advantage or your advantage.
That's right.
Okay? Did your parent build a child that was going to be an endless servant to you and was always going to bend to your wishes? Or was they building an adult to take on the world and making sure that they had all the tools they need to make sure that you're going to be a functioning adult?
Oh, yeah. We on it today. I seen the numbers like, wait a minute, I can't stop cursing at me, child. You on it.
Not a curse, it's an awakening. And
Yeah.
guess what? I'm not trying to make you woke. What I'm trying to do is give you the tools you need to get out of the bad loop. Sometimes people get caught in a loop, and the loop could be years long. Why not break the loop and get on the right track?
See,
When you were a kid, the best train set, the best train set you could have when you was 2 and 3 years old was the one that went in a little circle, right? That way you could see it, control it, and it always stayed in the same thing. But when you got older, you wanted a train set that went down and around and made turns and came back and switched on to different tracks and did all kinds of things. You're growing up, you're getting more mature. You want to see what it's like, okay? Then you get your first remote control car. Now you're really turning the wheels left and right. You're backing up, going reverse if you feel like it. You're going forward and seeing where you can explore. You're going to put it on different terrain. You're going to go on different areas. You're going to take it out of the house. You can't take the toy train comfortably out of that. You're actually becoming more mature. So all this is an expression of what's already happening in your own life. If you're in an endless loop, you are still immature. Get out of the loop, take a risk. Sometimes you got to look at the edge of the cliff and jump and know that you will fly. Stop sitting in the nest so your mama can sit on top of you and give you the warmth and give you all the coddling that you need. Get out of the nest and start flying. That way you know you could be an eagle and get up in the sky. You don't know that. You're not going to know that. So you push mama out the way, and it could be your physical mama. It could be your girlfriend called mama. It could be your endless relationship that coddles all of your habits. Maybe your drinking is coddled by your partner. Maybe your drug use is coddled by your partner. They allow it. They give you a festering of it, a nestering of it. And guess what? What you got to do is jump out of that boat. Get out of that nest. Break the cycle. Oh my God, look at that. Mama made him her boyfriend because his daddy left. Thank you, Monique. You see, that's true. And what's she gonna try and replace next? It's called that otherness, that other stuff we're talking about. Like, get out of here with that. That man will that boy. I done seen it online so many times. People who I saw with young children, all of a sudden, yes, I'm nobody's trying to excuse the single mother situation. Listen, you're a strong woman for making it happen. But when they start taking credit for mother and fatherhood and start going into this whole thing where this is my man, I don't need a man, you're giving this person too much responsibility. Imagine giving a child adult responsibilities, okay? And I'm not trying to get crazy with the intimacy. I'm just talking about adult responsibilities. Like, you're a man, you're supposed to open the door, you're supposed to do all this stuff. Yeah, you're teaching the kid, But when you make this kid make it their full responsibility to do all this old-fashioned stuff to you because you missed it in your relationship, this person will be damaged. It's all about choice, okay? A person should have the choice to do the common, courtesies to who he wants to do it to, okay? The parent should teach, the kid should follow. But you know what? The kid's supposed to choose. I'd rather have a kid that came down here and made me a sandwich than when I told, yo, make me a sandwich, okay? I want him to know that I would appreciate that, and that'd be something nice to do for anybody. It's not just a chore you do for me, and then you can ask me for $20. It don't work like that. I'm giving you the choice. My daughter asked me yesterday about investments. I took the time and read down to her every company in the S&P index so that she can understand the companies that she might be able to invest in is all on people that she recognizes, and I can help her get the right stock. Now she's 14. I'm not going to deny her that. Am I going to tell her to go forget about those investments and get me some iced tea? No, I'm here to nurture that child. I'm here to bring her to the level that she don't know she could be to. I'm not going to stop her from investing. I'm going to give her the best opportunity to be anything, the best adult. Stop keeping your kid held back by things they do for you. You need to do for them what makes them a better person and a real functional adult and out of your house. So then eventually, if you really need some help, like that, they're going to throw you in the old folks' home because they sick of taking care of you because they took care of you too much at the wrong time in your life.
Mm.
Oh, I'm going crazy.
Going
down and going
in the fire truck. But but let me say something too for the sisters. Because I said no more mama's little boy. Let me say something for the sister, because y'all think y'all escape. Y'all ain't escape nothing. I'm gonna get y'all out the clouds right quick. Let me breathe it out. No more daddy's little girl. Because some of you women are so daddy's little girl that he cannot be effectively your man because your dad is in the what? In the way. I've seen it too many times. Well, my dad, that man can't be your dad. Your dad has years of experience of dealing with you and your mama. You and your mother.
I'm gonna give you an example, and some of the ladies are not gonna like what I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna tell you one thing I did with my daughter, and if you agree with this, that means your thinking is a little bit more on par with the future and not the present. Okay, my daughter used to ask me, "Oh, Daddy, can you take me to the hair salon? I want to have the lady do my braids and everything like that." And I thought it was a whole self-esteem thing or whatever. Blah. I said, "Yes, of course you can go to the hair salon. Go to the hair salon. Go get the stuff done." And it was like trying on me because I had to wait till a certain day to do it. Take her in the morning, then rush, go do my errands, and come back 4 hours later with the hair done. She came to me one day and she was like, "I want to try it myself." And I said, "Okay, well, let's try this. How much was the hair the last time we did it?" Of course, it was $20 for the hair and then another $100 for the work, right? I said, "Listen, if you save me that money and do your own hair, I'm going to give you the money." We're talking about not the 14-year-old I have right now. I'm talking about this is when she was 12, okay? She went to the hair salon, and instead of just going to the salon, she asked the lady questions about the technique, about the whole thing with the boiling water and on the tips and stuff like that. She asked her all the techniques and all of the materials she used to do the job. The first time she tried it on her own, it took her 8 hours to do it, which is 4 more hours than the time it takes. But she did it herself. I put the $100 in her account because she saved the family money. And she did it herself. She learned a skill. So from that point on, she's been doing it herself. It's only cost $20 with the hair, but I still put the money in her account because she saved us money. Why would I go and do something else with that money, but put it in her account? She earned it. And now that's something she's actually thinking about doing. Even if she goes to college, even if she goes and does a whole profession, in the back of her mind, she knows she has a skill. She could braid somebody's hair and make a quick $100, and she always will have the hustle. And I'm not just teaching you career. I'm teaching my kids hustle as well. Investments, hustle. Get 3 forms of income. Go be the corporate girl. Go do the hair on the weekend and do the investments. And guess what? She's gonna have triple up the income.
They ain't ready for that. Let me say this. Look, this is at the 1 o'clock. If you're part watching this, I want to make sure I put this in your hands. You've been participating in the chats. You've been super chatting. You gave Cash Apps, PayPal. You've been commenting. I want to put this in your hand. This is a little. This is a pendant. We can go back to what we're talking about. It's a pendant right here. I want to put this in your hand right there. Put this in your hand. It's just for you. And I'm gonna. But you gotta inbox me your address. So either you can get me on Instagram, Facebook, or The LDA Lifestyle, and I'm going to mail that out to you and get a letter into your hand. Let's go back to what we were talking about. So yes. So this is Feed them.
If I handed my daughter anything she wanted at any time, there would be no growth. There would be no maturity, and I'd have a kid on my hand to take care of for the rest of my life. Some people want that. Some people want to jump right in the grave saying I had took care of my kids until they were 45. Get out of here with that. I don't necessarily want them to take care of me, but I want them to be functional members of society so that they can move on. And then we can come together as a family, do whatever we want to do. I don't want it to just be for help. That family member just come to you just because they need something.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they were never given the tools to become an adult. So that's why they keep coming to you for $20. They keep coming to you for $100. They keep coming to you for $1,000, a car, your credit, your all your valuables. It's not because you're the parent you're supposed to do it. It's because you never showed them how to be resourceful on their own.
And then you send those people out to have relationships with somebody else's daughter or son. And guess what they got to do? Run into us.
How many single ladies got a daughter that the daughter don't get it right either? You know why? Because you didn't think beyond yourself when it came to training this kid out of the bitterness that's in your life.
Come on now. I need some shout music, boy. You preaching today, man.
Stop teaching your kids the affirmation of bitterness. Okay? You're teaching your kid how to hate what you don't like. I'll start from something very simple. Say you don't eat eggs, right? You don't eat eggs, right? Did you peddle that onto your kid? Did you tell your kid he can't have eggs? Did you tell your kid if he was afraid of a dog not to go near a dog? Now they can't have a dog. They got all your fears. Those were not for those people. That was for you. Those are your limitations in your life. You never had success with a man, so why are you going to talk somebody out of success in their man? I literally had a family member that was, while I was getting divorced, the same time he was getting divorced, and it was like we're festering in the same conversation. I had to break myself out of it, or else I was never going to get married again. It's not because I didn't have a bad situation in my first marriage. It's because it was over. That's their time in your life. But if you want to live with that 10 years after, then that's your fault. Don't push your limitations off on anybody else. You deserve exactly what you get. If that happens and somebody wakes up a limited person because of you, you're supposed to empower people, not limit people in your life.
And it's interesting that you say that. What's up, Coach Adams? Coach Mike, I'm saying Coach Adams, I'm thinking about my brother. What's up, LDA? I'm sorry I'm getting here late, but we'll watch. No problem. But let me say this, something I did with my sons. I said, dude, you need to get a JOB. You need to pay for your own deodorant, haircuts. You need to go take care of your own that you want. I am not doing it. I am not doing it. Your mama's not doing it. The reason why I did that, because I said this is my philosophy. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for my grandkids. I'm doing it for my daughter-in-laws. And if you don't know how to be responsible for yourself, how are you going to be responsible for what? Another person.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Some of you got 4 kids and shouldn't. You should never have one.
Uh, woo!
Go ahead, get mad at me. You know why? Because it's not the fact that your kids should be taken from you. You should take this moment
Mm-hmm.
to be the empowering force in your child's life and do not hold them back. Okay? Anybody on here ever open a bill in your kid's name? You're holding your kid back and you messed up their credit before they're an adult. What you're supposed to do is open up bank accounts in your kids' names, give them credit so when they turn 18, they don't have to come to you and be a custodial account. Put money in the bank, put investments in their name. If you want to put a bill or something in their name, it's because it's going to build something, not because you're trying to escape from your own financial problems. This is not for people who don't do this. This is for people who do this.
Oh, yeah.
Your kid's social security number is not for you to get your next car. It's for them to get their first car. And if you're smart, you make sure they don't finance the first car because they're going to get the highest interest rate and they're going to suffer with that. Just like they're going to suffer with school loans. That's already a problem society already perpetuates. Society says you got to go get a loan for school, go get a loan for this, go get a loan for that. You're not going to find out till they're 30. You should have never had a loan. When I went to college, I paid for every semester before the semester was halfway done, and that was finished. So when I got out of school and I paid, when I was 21, I was getting my first mortgage. I didn't start no school loan. And when I married my wife, my current wife, we paid off her loans. I took on that responsibility because I didn't want the debt. Now I'm married to you. I don't want that debt. You should be striving to be debt free, not debt in need.
John showed up today. I had to put the organ on. Can you hear it coming through? Oh, you can't hear it?
Not the organ. But listen, at the end of the day, are we raising some babies to stay babies? Or are we raising the people in our lives to be functioning adults? And if you are with a baby right now that you have to do too much for, somebody didn't put the work in to get them to adulthood, and it's not your responsibility to perpetuate that particular activity. You're not supposed to keep it going. You're perpetuating a vicious cycle and getting this person to never see adulthood. Stop, picking. If this person throws their socks and their underwear on the floor, don't pick it up. That's their problem. If this person leaves the food out, leaves the milk out on the counter, these are small things, but you are on the road of irresponsibility.
You ain't ready for this one. No more mama's little baby.
You should be asking simple questions like, what goals do you have in life? If your goal is to get a PS5 and you didn't get one last month, hang up the phone.
Let me ask my question, because you was after 1 o'clock, you didn't did it. Does this resonate with you? Let me know in the chat room, because somebody didn't get mad. They didn't say, we can't watch this stream. This is too much.
I love when they get mad and get quiet.
John is
you can't hit the replay button yet. You're going to miss the next thing. Some people going to roll the whole YouTube video all the way back. They already start listening over again.
They already put the number in there. I didn't even say the number, but you already know for the month, the number is 49. He put it in there early. He put it in there early.
Some people are 49 and work and their mind is on 9. They ain't past 9 yet. They still asking for toys instead of responsibilities.
Can you hear it now?
Mm-hmm.
I know what I did. That's what got him.
telling you, listen, we all need to put ourselves in a position for greatness. You can't do that hand holding some baby. And if you haven't figured that out, that's why you in the loop you're in right now. That's why you don't have the car you want. That's why you don't have the job you want. That's why you don't have the family that you want to have. You know, you could, even though you have to, you don't choose your family, but you can choose to be around who you want to be around. But some people love perpetuating the BS. So you're around the wrong productive people in your life. Sometimes you got to cut out literal people with your last name. If you haven't figured that out, you like babying them, you're not going to get there.
Y'all need to get the likes up on Facebook and on YouTube. Today was, Jonathan popped up. Oh, Jesus. He didn't popped up. I don't know what happened to him. Y'all better get the likes up here. Come on. Came back. Y'all want Jono back? He right there backstage. Got to put the organ prelude for him first. Hey, he's back.
Somebody on your list.
Hold on. Let me put the thing back. I can't hear you. All right.
Somebody on the list don't like me. They kicked me off his channel.
Facts. And it's all came across exactly like it. Stifling baby and not standing up for it. Right. Woo! Get the likes up. And somebody, Joe, I see what you're saying. Some of your mamas are standing in the way to your daughters. I ain't gonna talk about that because it's personal. I mean to say we have to stop pushing your fears on our children, right? Y'all, you come on, y'all better. I know y'all might put the laughy when you laughing. You're trying to deal with what we're talking about. It's your way of coping with what we're talking about. No, it's your way of dealing with it. They ain't ready for you today, John. You came with the heat. You said not that. Yeah, you got the ham. We got the Hammond right here.
You know, ever since yesterday, I've been feeling the incessant need that somebody in this group, they're gonna tell you in the chat room at some point, somebody here is dealing with this exact situation, and we are delivering them right now. I'm telling you, somebody's dealing with it. I wouldn't feel so strongly about it unless I already knew that somebody is dealing with some major BS. They're perpetuating it. That's why I got so quiet.
And it's funny because I was supposed to talk about something else this week.
Yeah, you changed the subject. I didn't tell you to change the subject today, right?
No, I was going to talk about something else this week. I had it all laid out. We were going to talk.
You felt it.
Huh?
You felt it.
Yeah. I was going to talk on the God consciousness versus what? The God consciousness or the God complex. But we can't get away from
the God complex. Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to talk about this, but this is for somebody. She said, I'm running down the aisle.
It's true. I'm telling you.
But you did. Go ahead.
We have a big problem of not addressing the problem. You gonna sit here and let me exhaust myself, or is somebody gonna bring it up and start asking some questions about what they really going through? We're not gonna sit here and make up the solution without knowing the actual problem, but we know what's going on. That's why we brought it up.
Right. Because it is. I was going to talk about something else this week. Already had it laid out. Now, me and Jono, I think we were going to talk. We talked about it a little bit, but we're going to talk about the God consciousness versus the God complex. But somebody needed to hear this today because you're dealing with this on some kind of level. You woman or you man, because I'm talking to you, brothers. Jono is talking to you, brothers. He's talking to you, sister, because some things that you're dealing with in your relationship is tracing back to what? Your childhood. And how your parents dealt with you or did not deal with you. And now it's bleeding over into your relationship or your inability to connect with what? Someone else.
I'm telling you. If we don't nip this in the bud, you're gonna have perpetual, child raising instead of healthy relationships.
Get the likes up. Let me know if this is making sense to you. We at 124, man. This is something. Yeah, this is something brewing. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. And this is the thing of it. We're not bringing it up haphazardly. This is so we're actually technicians, surgeons, pulling something out like a little toy doctor and taking that bone out that doesn't belong there. And we are extracting it and putting what needs to be back in place.
Exactly. Some of y'all walking around with a broken bone and don't even know it.
Ah, there it is.
Some of you that need a splint, a crutch, a chair, a wheelchair. You don't even know you need help. You just in toxicity.
Here we go. Here go. That's the way my mom used to relate to me, like was like a functional masculine teacher. But when it came to nurturing and making sure that I knew how to be present, she fell short. Listening. I'm listening and will apply the wisdom. Thank you so much. Spending too much time learning by trial and error. Just now seeing the light for real at 33. You at mastery level right now, 33.
It's not too late. It's not too late. There's no such thing as too late. The day you figure it out is the day you start over, and your life is going to begin again. It doesn't matter what age it is. Age is a number.
That's what Aaliyah said.
How many times have you how many times have you repeated something? That number's worse than your age.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you had a bad situation that you repeated because of your type? Oh, that's the type of person I like. Well, the type of person you like is the one that keep leaving you.
To say that again? Back at the stadium.
Some people have a type. And if you keep getting left by that type, maybe you got to change your type.
That should be a super chat. That should be a super chat, a cash app. Something should be hitting out just on that right there. Your type is not working for you. And you keep settling and wondering why it's not working. I mean, we're trying to get somebody to another level. We're trying to bring you together. We're not trying to pull you apart. But if that type is not working for you, sister or brother, you need to change your type. Because apparently that type is not typing with you. That's right there. Should be a super chat. I don't care what it is. Cash app, something should be hitting just on that alone.
It's true. Just having a type limits you. The fact that you say the fact that you acknowledge that a type is is the limitation itself. You don't even know what's out there for you by saying that.
They ain't ready for this, man. This is you brought the heat today, man. I need to bring the offering play out today. I can't only did a couple gunshots, but man.
Dude, I'm telling you, somebody's going through this exact thing. And they needed this.
They needed to hear this. I see the number.
We're priming them. We're taking them through an exercise yesterday, today, and watch. They're gonna come to you. They're gonna contact you. But first maybe they don't even see what's wrong.
No, because they're like that. Like we said, that doctor playing doctor. They don't realize that their bone is damaged.
Yeah, you have a compound fracture, and the bones are sticking out of the skin. And you're fine walking around like that.
That's why some people have I can't stand women. I can't stand men. Compound fracture.
Yeah. It's literally can't stand means you won't stand.
They're quiet now. They're quiet. I ain't never seen a chat room. Women are like,
we talked about affirmations that talk to your subconscious. I'm sick of. Oh, you're sick of what? Every time you're sick of a person doing this to you, you get sick. You're going to be sick. You are sick. You don't even know you're sick. You're toxic.
Mm-hmm. It's LDA, Jono, you guys don't know. You're changing lives. And so y'all don't forget, this is game. We're giving you strategic strategies on how to move to the next level. This is game for those who are doubting. We're just saying game because it don't have to do with sex. It ain't talking about men and women. No, we're talking about it because if you don't deal with the internal conversations and things going on in the back, you'll never be effective when you need to talk to the person in front of you.
Listen, if your aura's not right, Ain't nobody gonna approach you. Ain't nobody gonna step to you. Nobody's gonna care. Your aura's off. People pick up on that. They know something's off. They'll walk away from you right away. You don't have the ability to walk away from the wrong person, but they do. They won't come around you.
That's very true. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know until you guys are giving some of us some things to consider. And that's the purpose. I want you to think, but I want you to what? Results. What's up, John? On the rest of the people in the chat room. What's going on, Ted? So I want you to really.
That's the purpose of the tone of my voice. So you listen. All right. I'm trying to force you to pay attention. I'm not badgering anybody. I don't pass judgment on anybody. I done been through so much that, trust me, if people pass judgment on what I did, I would be written off and down the hill and out the door. Okay. I'm trying to get you to see your error in your ways. And if it resonates with you and it changes you, then it's fine. But don't come here and waste a whole hour of your time and don't do nothing.
That's what we will not have here. You can't be the deacon class if you don't put some action behind that. What rhymes with that? You can't be the thinking class if you don't put some action behind that. Somebody tell me what it rhymes in the chat room, because I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it on here.
Part of the thinking class if you don't put some action behind that. Finish the rest of this sentence, please, in the chat room. I dare you. There's a reason why I'm asking you to do that. You can't be a part of the thinking class if you don't put some action behind that. Put it in the chat room. It's a reason why I'm saying that, because I'm trying to send a shock to your subconscious to put some action behind it. You cannot be part of the thinking class if you do not put some action behind that. What? Somebody put passion. The word is right there. Task. Yeah. Thank you, Sigma. He said it.
I thought it was gonna look like that song. You know.
You cannot be a part of
the
class if you do not put some action behind that. The number for today is 49. All month is 49. 49 is the number. I want you to know that 49 is a number. Anything else you got from John? Because you didn't be.
I'll start again. You're gonna be here for another hour.
I know. And
today ain't Friday.
Yeah, ain't Friday. Right. 49 is the thing. Ooh, you cannot be a part of this thinking class if you don't put. I gotta put that again. I love that. Behind that. I ain't say it, but he said it. You cannot wear this pendant over here and be proud of it if you do not put.
If you're not applying it,
right? Because you're just what that word you get up there? Oh, okay. Let me say that again. Don't just get this. Oh, I'm part of the LBA's thinking class, but you ain't putting no action behind that. No more mama's little boy. This was good, man. This was good. Oh, there it is. Thank you so much for that super chat. Super chat. I got to get a super chat video like Alfie, but mine's going to be different, though. Probably be some people shouting and falling out or whatever. But great point. I'll keep listening. Thanks. You're very welcome. I got to cut my thing off. So you guys, please, the number for today is 49 because all month, it's my birthday month. The number is going to be 49. 14. So we have to get ready to go. I think I'm gonna end on. I'm gonna cut my camera off, and we're gonna end on some ham and beef for what John O did today. He was strategic with this today. So I'm gonna have him. I'm about to play this Hammond over here, and then we're gonna end the show. Oh, if you're a part of the thinking class and you're not being you need to inbox me on Facebook or Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams on both, or the LDAlifestyle.com, so I can put this in your hand. I only have a limited few. This is for what? It's a revival service. Yeah, right, revival service. So I can put this in your hand. This is a small token, and so my appreciation for you. If you've been faithful listening, you've been commenting in the chat room, you gave a super chat, you have gave a Cash App, PayPal. I want to pitch this in your hand, but I gotta mail it out to you, and I'm gonna have a special letter just for you from me to you, so that we can say that you are part of the thinking class and you're not part of the class. I'm going to cut my camera off. I'm gonna let this music play for a little bit, and the show is done.